What's going on, guys? Ben Milliken here for CopperStateTackle, and one of the questions I get all the time is, what do you like to throw your jerk baits on? What's the proper rod? What's the proper reel? What's the proper line? And I think now is a really good time to talk about that, because as we go into the winter months, of course, a jerk bait is absolutely killer. It's one of the most popular and the best presentations to catch cold water fish. But really, truthfully, the jerkbait has become a 12-month of the year bait with forward-facing sonar, and really without forward-facing sonar, it catches them year-round. And so I want to show you guys, these are the exact same rod. I always have 2, 3, 4 jerkbait rods tied up, generally on the front deck. Like I said, again, they catch fish all year round, but these are my two main setups, and I have more of higher end flagship style reel right here on this rod, and then I also have more of a budget friendly reel on this rod, as we're in the holiday season, or you're just looking at before you gear up for this upcoming season for something that's going to do the job. These are two really great options. So first off, let's go with the more budget friendly option. This is the Shimano SLX DC. As you can tell by looking at this thing, you're probably like, wow, man, that thing really wore out on you. That's no good, right? I was thinking about it. I've had this reel right here for 6 years, and I don't think I've cleaned it one time. That's just something that I'm embarrassed to admit a little bit, but I don't think I've cleaned this thing. I haven't done anything to it. And this SLX DC, when you're casting these baits, a lot of times, especially you're throwing silent baits that don't have weight transfer systems in them, you're throwing into the wind or just a light style bait, you need something that's really, really dialed in. And this SLX DC, this is the 7-speed version of this. It has been absolutely money for me throughout the years. And I mean, it's just something that I would definitely recommend trying if you want to try something that's gonna, throw a lighter style or a jerk bait. It's just a more of a budget friendly option that's really, really deadly effective. And I throw them all on this same rod. Once again, I've had this rod for like 6, 7 years too. Got a little bit of hook rash on it, if you couldn't tell. That's the 6 Sense MF series, 610 moderate. It's my only jerkbait rod that I throw. Absolutely killer. It's got, a moderate enough bend that it loads the jerkbait up to cast nice. It keeps a fish pinned on these treble hook baits. Really, really nice, but it's fast enough that I can impart those sharp twitches, the sharp action I want in that shorter rod length. It's going to be, great for guys not having to slap the water or worry about that on the down twitches you're making. And then another thing, line. I rarely go under 12-pound fluorocarbon line. I'm almost always throwing 15. Heavier line, heavier fluorocarbon is going to give you guys more power, more control over the bait on those twitches. The same thing goes for minnow fishing. Something that I've really tried to work on and try different rod and line options. And I've kind of figured that out over the years, that thicker fluorocarbon is going to give you more control no matter what bait you're throwing when you're using those sharp twitching style motions. And then, the other style that I'm going to go with, more of a flagship offering from Copper State, is going to be the Steez ATW. Again, absolutely money for throwing light baits. It's more of an expensive reel, but this thing is a dream to fish with. It makes fishing so much more fun, I feel like, when you're using one of these upper echelon reels, and this thing is as nice as it gets. Of course, you can use it for about any other 7-speed reel technique that you want to, but it's become great for throwing a jerk bait, great for throwing any style of light bait, like this 6 Sense Provoke 106X casts like a bomb casts a freaking mile. But I'll bump down to like some of those Megabass Nanahands 1/4 ounce offerings. They can throw those really well too. Same line, same rod I'm throwing that on, just at a higher price point, something that's just a really nice reel that's going to last you guys a long time as well. So if you guys are out this winter, or you're just trying to gear up and find the right combination of what you would throw for a jerkbait, these are my two favorite options right here.